and court cases to keep up with, but let's focus on this one because it's it's only an hour show. Yesterday, with the closing arguments in his New York real estate fraud trial, Judge Engoron, is that how you say his name?
I think so.
Engoron, who's overseeing the case, he warned Trump that he could only make a statement if he stuck to the facts. Yeah. Of course, he immediately ignored the warning, launching into his witch hunt conspiracy theories, and he kept going on outside the courtroom. And we have a clip of that.
There's no question about Letitia James, the corrupt Attorney General of New York. It's a witch hunt in the truest sense of the word. It's election interference. It's all a conspiracy. See, my legal issues, every one of them, everyone, civil and the criminal ones, are all set up by Joe Biden, crooked Joe Biden. These are all set up by Biden and the Democrats. This is their new form of cheating.
It's Biden. So threats of political violence are skyrocketing already. And yesterday, this judge, Engoron, received a bomb threat before he got to the court. This is what's going on in the country right now. So how is this going to end, I ask my ladies?
Well, first of all, I find it funny that he's talking about what he could do with SEAL Team 6 and how a president has to have immunity. Mm-hmm. But like Biden, who's supposedly doing this to him, doesn't have immunity from whatever he's doing to him. Right. So it only applies once or twice. But I think the biggest thing with all this violence and everything we're seeing is the world shifted when Donald Trump came down that escalator, when things that used to be something that were said off to the side were mainstreamed, and the ugliest parts of humanity came out. And I think until we get back, because I feel like we're still in the Trump era, whether, even though he's not in the office anymore, whether he isn't in prison, doesn't matter. There's this era of Trump that's allowed for these crappy conversations, the back and forth. You can disagree and you can robustly debate and do all the things. We have come to a time where people go outside the ring in the fight because they have nothing else. Mm-hmm. If you have a good enough fight and you have something, stay in the damn ring.
We never heard this before. During Obama's for 8 years, we never heard about this. Even George Bush, who was not popular with a lot of people, never heard this.
I think what's important to note also is his behavior in the courtroom lacked so much decorum. It's something also that you don't see, especially from someone who used to be the president of the United States. I mean, the judge allowed him to speak, but the diatribe lasted 6 minutes until he was, and the judge kept on imploring his attorneys, control your client, and they could not. Someone like that lacks impulse control should be nowhere near nuclear numbers, right? Nuclear codes. So that's
Hillary
one
said
thing
that
I think we have to think about. But I think what is also, and I also want to mention, yes, there was this bomb threat, but right now there's no connection between Trump and the bomb threat, right? So I want to make sure that we don't get ourselves into trouble. But this rise in political violence has been somewhat connected to Trump in other instances, because if you look at all of his other cases, you have, and by the way, this judge has already found him guilty. This is just about how much money he owes. But
by the way, he has the money.
You think he has that money?
So I spoke to someone.
$370 million? Oh, tell us.
I spoke to someone who says he has the money.
He has
He owns that building on Fifth Avenue, the Gucci building, the Trump building. He owns that building.
Sell that, though.
He owns Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, so he'll sell it. He owns Mar-a-Lago. He has money.
But listen, I really think
that will destroy him.
This is what's happening is very, very serious, and we have to put it in context. First of all, it's become a political ploy for him, right? These cases are a political ploy. I mean, he's standing there in front of as many Americans.
President Donald Trump has been shown in a New York court. He has been proven, he has shown not guilty for the civil rights case and all the other cases he's having. He was there in the court, and the judge before the judge came to court, the judge have like a threat that he's going to be bombed. Obviously, the women in the views that it has not been claimed that President Donald Trump is the one who sent the threat because they don't want to get into trouble. So, but the judge have been threatened by unknown people, and the judge came and the judge was there, and President Donald Trump could not sit quiet. He wanted to defend himself. The judge kept telling his lawyers that you have to put your client in control. But unfortunately, according to the women in the views, President Donald Trump's lawyers, they were unable to put him in control. That President Donald Trump cannot be put in control. So they were asking themselves that he kept fighting. Obviously, they say if he's going to be soon, some of them say he has that money to sell. He's going to sell some of his houses, and he will be able to afford and pay whatever fine that he has been given to pay. He was going to pay that fine, and President Donald Trump did not find that funny. He kept moving out and in of the court, which is something that does not really occur. If you're put there, you just have to sit and be steady, but he wasn't steady. The women in the views that on New Year, they could see President Donald Trump hosted a party while the wife was there grieving for the dead mother. They also show him in another occasion why he was there and the wife was at home taking care of the sick mother before the mother died. So obviously to them, President Donald Trump does not even have compassion for the woman. President Donald Trump does not even have any feeling for the woman. They went ahead and said that even they have never seen such a thing in Biden time. President Donald Trump went ahead and accused President Biden that all these accused are coming from President Biden. Obviously, this is another way they are using. They want to cheat for the election by bringing him all those civil cases, all these cases that he's been accused of. He's not guilty. He knows that President Biden is behind all this. So according to them, President Donald Trump is running away from what he has done. So he has to be found guilty, acknowledge the sin, the crime that he has done. They went ahead and said that even President Bush time, which he was not very known by many people, such thing did not happen as is happening in President Donald Trump on time like this. After everything, President Donald Trump is still like forceful, still talking. He's not just sitting behind, just quiet, but he's still talking and he's still. So the women in the view, they did not find that funny, and all they pray and say they are wishing for the viewers to see what is happening and be in control of who they will vote for, because voting such a person is a risk to the whole country. How can he control a country? So he's very furious. He acts out of proportion. He cannot be controlled by anyone. He cannot be like advice. He will don't listen to anyone's advice. So it's a risk to the society, according to the women of the view. So obviously, what do you think? Do you think what President Donald Trump is saying is true, that President Biden is responsible for all the civil case and all the case coming to him? Or do you think President Donald Trump is guilty of the crime that he has been accused of? Let me see your own opinion. Or do you think President Donald Trump should be sued and fined for his guilty for the crime he has committed? Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help and subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.